Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm in a different location today. It is just a couple days before Christmas. I have the DJI Air 3 with me today, and I'm in Newberg, Oregon. Well, I don't know, I'll let you look here. The fog just lifted enough that I'm able to get a flight in. It's been a foggy day, and it's kind of cold and wet, but we're going to put the Air 3 up in the air. I'm at my sister and brother-in-law's place just outside of Newberg, Oregon, and there's just some beautiful property around here, a lot of vineyards, etc. So yeah, let's just do a little bit different flight. And yes, by the way, I have done the update on the Air 3. We're not going to worry about that today. I want to do a video on all that update. Of course, you've probably seen a million of them already. But in any case, let's quit messing around. Let's get this drone in the air. Okay, I've got the drone all fired up and ready to go, and a screen recorder started. We are going to shoot in, let's go ahead and kick this guy up to 4K 60, crank it up to 60 frames per second. Might as well get some good video. I'm afraid that the fog is going to start coming in here again, so I want to get this guy up in the air pretty quick here to have a looky-loo around. Let's go through that safety menu, clicking on the three dots, maybe. And okay, so we've got bypass on. We're in normal mode. Optimal return to home altitude. I'm going to crank that up a little bit. It'll use optimal return to home, but I'm not familiar with the territory, so let's crank it up to make sure we're up above everything. We're going to have some varied terrain here. Not asking for any calibrations, so yeah, I think we're good to go. Starting recording. No reason not to launch the drone. Let's do an auto launch here. And this is new, flight safety tips. Choose an open field. Install the aircraft propellers correctly. Yeah, I think they're looking good. They were, at least on my pre-flight. Okay, here we go. Takeoff. So we're going to go up 7 meters high and see if we can get a precision landing when we come back here. DJI asks you to go up 21 feet or 7 meters. So there we go, we got that. Let's bring it back down, flip it around. You can see where I'm standing here. I am standing in front of my brother-in-law's shop. Yeah, it's clear sailing behind us. Reversing up now, reverse and up. And there she goes. Let's drop that camera down a little bit. Should have had it down a little bit more. So you can see where I'm standing there. We're about, I don't know, 57 meters high or so. Let's back it off here. And this is their property. What a little beautiful spot this is right here, huh? Check it out. Let's kind of go ahead and do a rotation, and you can see what I mean by the fog. It was really socked in here earlier. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face, so it's just started to lift. And while we don't actually, I wouldn't call it having the sun out. I think this is as close as we're going to get. So let's just do an orbit around here. We're going to do one big orbit first, and you're going to see some of the vineyards and stuff, the sharp-eyed among you off in the distance. And you can see what I mean about varied terrain. We're 60 meters high, and we just came over the top of those trees there. And then we got a tree line behind the property here that actually my brother and sister-in-law they just purchased that property. So they got a little beautiful piece of land here. And it is so green. One of the things, living in Idaho, I forget how green it is on the west side of the Cascade Mountains. And I'm dropping that camera down a little bit. And again, this is just me doing a manual orbit, so you got what you got here. Yeah, let's kind of back up here and get kind of the bigger view of their property. I should have backed it off a little bit more. So I came out grabbing some more altitude here, make sure we clear everything. Because yeah, you can see these trees right here. You know, this is because of the varied altitude here. You definitely want to do this at altitude. Yeah, I definitely want to stay up high enough that I clear everything. So even though we have obstacle avoidance, so we can bring it by here, bring it by us as we go over, and we'll take a look at the property behind us too that my brother and sister-in-law just purchased. And there it is right there. He was just telling me he bought a tractor to help manage all this. He said there's quite a bit of poison ivy, etc. back here, so he's trying to figure out how to keep all that down. And this was recently logged, so, and then I guess my understanding is it's been replanted. But the people that he bought it from logged it off. So that's why it's kind of empty right now. Yeah, we're going to grab a little more altitude here and kind of take a look at this. I like how he left this row, this bunch of trees right here. That's what all this land looked like previously. But anyway, so that's, you know, he's got quite a bit of work keeping all this in the kind of shape he needs it to be.
Max altitude reached.
So we are at max altitude, looking back, pick up that camera, move around. There is a little airstrip not far from here, so I have to keep that in mind as well. But and you can see the clouds over there. It looks like they might even be moving back in on us here a little bit. In fact, I am going to get down and just kind of a little wispy little cloud here, so we'll go through that on our way back. This is just a little piece of heaven right here.
Fly with.
Yeah, and I'm getting a manned aircraft nearby on ADS-B, so we're bringing the drone down and in. Although he is off my radar now, and I can hear him over there. He's on the other side of me, and we're well below. But that ADS-B is handy for that very reason. So let me take you out here. I'm going to show you some of the vineyards. We're going to come right over the top of us again here. I'm got a good look at the drone. And you got a little pond down here. Difficult to get to, but it is a pond. But take a look at these. Take a look at all the vineyards back. This is really Oregon's wine country. So let's drop some altitude and get down here. And you just have miles and miles of these vineyards. And there's tons of wineries out here. Just tons of wineries and with everything that comes with that. Beautiful country, isn't it? And we are right now only 16 meters higher than our takeoff point. Let's kind of just move sideways around here, give you a look, picking up that camera just a little bit. And yeah, it looks like the fog might be moving back in, so we probably should probably should bring it back to us here. And look at our augmented reality there on the screen. You can see right where that, right where our home point is. This is beautiful country. Let's, I see this kind of reddish looking row over here. I think we might as well go take a look at it, huh? And see what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. That just looks like some rows there with nothing planted on it. That must just be the color of the soil. As we pick it up and turn it around here. And let's bring it back. There's a tree right there. Let's get down. Let's take a good look at the pond here. See if we see anything interesting. I don't want to get too low. I don't want a little branch to come out and reach out and touch me. So we're not going to get too low. But let's drop that camera down and take a look and see what we can see. Not much, huh? I don't know what's in there. Boy, I'll tell you what, you talk about battery life. We've been flying for, well, screen recording for about 11 minutes, recording for over 9 minutes, and we're only at 73% battery. And here we are. Let's take a trip out the other direction and see what we can see. I'll tell you what, this Air 3 is just a pleasure to fly. This thing is really something. And, you know, we got more vineyards out there. Drones right over the top of me, just to the side of me there. And this is the edge of my brother and sister-in-law's property right here. And this spot with these vineyards right here, last time I was here, this was all trees. So these vineyards are really they're buying up a lot of the land, I guess, the wineries and stuff. And you know, there must be a lucrative business. That's all I can say. And I'm not sure what that property is right there. Farm next door. Had some visitors here. They're just leaving, going down the driveway. You'll see them here in a second. Heading down the driveway. We'll go off to the side of them here. Heading on out. Let's head this way and let's look at some of let's see what there is to see this direction. We better grab some altitude though. Although I think we can definitely get lower here without too much trouble. Like I said, there's just so many vineyards. And as I recall, the last time I was down here, so much of this was forested. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I guess if you like wine, it's good, right? We're in negative altitude now. We're lower than our takeoff point. I don't know if this is a stream or a river or what that is, or excuse me, a man-made situation. River? No, it's not a river. That's definitely a pond for something, for watering or irrigation, I presume. And a little church off in the distance. Okay, let's bring this guy back. I think I've shown you what there is to see, and I can tell you my fingers are getting really, really cold. Oh, there's some great looking old trees here. Look at this guy. Holy cow. Oh man, that's cool. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's we'll just kind of take a little bit of a route here on the way back, and when we get close, we'll see if we can get a precision landing. I see I left the Action 2 camera running and pointed at the landing pad, so we should be able to see that. Okie dokie, I'm going to hit return to home right now, and we're at negative altitude right now, so it'll definitely climb. So I'm going to do that on the controller.
Return to home.
And there is our augmented reality green line, and look at it's pointed straight up, and look at the drone is heading up. Coming back this way. And you know, it really is just in the last hour or so that these clouds raised up enough that I could fly. It was very, very foggy, and has been. Of course, this is Oregon after all, and I'm quite sure that's good for the. We're only 11 meters high here in aircraft, but he's way higher than us. Okay, let's see if this guy, it's right above the trees here, right above me. Let's see if it'll drop the camera down.
Landing.
And let's see if it'll find that landing pad. Obviously, we're in a good spot here, so we'll just let it land no matter what it does. Ah, look at that, it found that pad, didn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be on the pad. Picked up that camera. It's going to be right on the pad. Okay, let me get everything shut down and we will do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, I know I'm not lit very well here, but yeah, that was a fun little flight. We're in Oregon for the Christmas holiday, and of course you got to bring drones with you, right? And the weather hasn't been very good, hasn't been drone flying weather. But like I said, I finally got an opportunity here, so I just wanted to show you a little bit of the territory in the wine country here outside of Newberg, Oregon. That's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Air 3. Pretty cool drone.